Welcome to this month's Did You Know? It is lovely to see you all today. Thank you for joining. I see everyone coming in I saw the registrations from all over, so lovely to see you. Today, we are going to be discussing year-end marketing that fuels 2026. That's crazy to think about. This year went by so fast, but how can we propel ourselves? How can we use the next couple weeks, one, to relax and celebrate all the great things you've done this year, but also get us in a really great position moving forward. And I am Elise Lambert, Director of Enterprise Marketing. This is my family. We recently just welcomed a new one to our circus, so we are really excited about that. And I say all that. I've been an advisor myself. I've been a financial professional. I've been a marketing director, and so I say all that to let you know that I know exactly what you all are going through. How can we continue to work smarter and not harder? And with that, we're going to go through some general housekeeping, of course. And in the meantime, would love to hear where you all are chiming in from. Um, we are going to be sending this recording to you afterwards. We will also be sending you a email with amazing guides and handouts. We also take all the notes from our chat today and incorporate those as well as the presentation. So don't worry, this will all be sent to you afterwards. We always cover a lot of information, and so we want to make sure that those resources are given to you. And if you would like, log into the platform, follow along. And some people believe that the chat is a little too much or it's a little too hectic, it goes too fast. If that's the case, feel free to minimize this and just sit back and relax. So, whatever's best for you is best for us. And I see everyone coming in. It's my favorite part of getting to meet all of you amazing financial professionals from all across the country. And so, if you missed last month's Did You Know, I thought this one was really cool. But if you attended this one, let us know in the chat. But we talked about how to turn clients into raving fans, specifically working on the first 90 days. So we went over where you can find that new client welcome series, the FAQ pages, which we're going to continue to talk about today. How to incorporate surveys into your practice management. We went through some live demos and so much more. So we shared that in the chat. So if you missed it, no worries. It was really awesome. And we had some really great resources as well. And you guys, you need to stick around because I am so excited. We wanted a way to express our gratitude to you all. So we have a really great better, lack of a better term, promo for you all. So stick around. We'll talk about that afterwards. And today, what we're going to tackle is how we can build credibility on our website, right? I talk about this all the time, but your website, your social media footprint, all of this, your digital footprint, um, is so important. And so we need to make a lasting impression and we need to wow people. And so, how do we continue to build credibility on our websites? How can we incorporate FAQs? How can we start to personalize our content? Personalization at scale is one of the biggest things that we need to think about in the new year, and also making sure the right message is being delivered to the right person. So as I discuss this is a question I have for you all is what are you focusing on 2026? What are some of your marketing goals? I'm always curious to hear because this will also help us dictate some of the things we cover today, but also setting our did you know schedule up for the future. And I see some increasing referrals from existing clients. Oh, I love that. But yeah, so making sure that as we go through the top three things we want to cover today, how can you incorporate that into your plan and allow for this to propel you and your goals for next year? So let's talk about, okay, more client engagement, driving business from our website. Okay, this is perfect, you guys. We're going to cover some things today that are going to help with a lot of these. So, number one, powerful website updates. So, if you haven't given your website a fresh revamp recently, now's our time to reflect and to do some thinking about how we can continue to build upon our website. So, what are pieces of our website that build credibility? There, and I packaged this into three different subjects, right? We have transparency and compliance, right? Compliance is very important. It fuels everything. It's the foundation of everything we do. We also, the quality of content is really big, as well as that social proof, and third-party validation. So thinking client testimonials, case studies, those awards you've won or you involved in your community, right? These are social proof and third-party validations. Are all of these? You can use this almost as a checklist. So, of course, we'll send this to you afterwards, but if you want to take a quick snapshot of this and making sure that all of these items are displayed in some way or the other on your website. And of course, not all of these apply to you. So take into consideration the goals of your website and who your target audience is. But we can make sure that these are on our website. So when we're thinking about transparency and compliance, of course, disclose your fiduciary status and be very upfront and transparent about fees. And this is something that I see far too often, and it's something very easy to fix. It is making sure that our contact information is consistent um, across all platforms. So that is your website, that is your any marketing materials you have. Maybe it's like your swag items that you have, and your social media profiles as well. If you're approved for a business, Google My Business page, that as well. So making sure your information is consistent. Far too often, we move, we forget to update it in certain places. That's huge. And of course, quality content. Content is king. We know that. If you've been to our Did You Knows, I sound like a broken record, but quality content as well. And today, what we're going to talk about is creating high quality content, timing, and personalization of that content. We're going to be talking about frequently asked questions and how we can incorporate that into our website, our blogs, even some great social posts that you can use those as. And of course, client testimonials. And my precursor here, not everyone is available for testimonials. So always ask your broker dealer if and when you can utilize those. So if they don't require, or if you don't have testimonials, there's other ways that you can validate and show credibility, adding case studies, displaying your awards, displaying how you are involved in your community. Those are other really great ways for you to highlight all the great work you're doing. And so, why are we talking about creating a credible website? Why are we making sure that our digital footprint is bar none? It's because AI search is growing so fast. You hear us use the term answer engine optimization a lot. And that is when I say, hey, Siri, can you find me the top financial advisor in Fort Worth, Texas? Hey, Google, can you, or hey, Alexa, can you find me the top financial advisor that deals with business owners, right? So whatever those keywords are, and people don't want to search anymore. They want the answers given to them. So how can we make sure we are optimizing our marketing for that? We can do so. And one of the easiest ways to do that is incorporating an FAQ page on your website. So how do we do that? What makes it great? Here are some tidbits. And if any of you have an FAQ page that you have already added, we would love to see them. So as I go through this, feel free to add some of your examples. If you're already on top of this, share it with the group. And so how search engines view your website is changing drastically as AI is coming and becoming a bigger player in the game. So what it does is it scans websites for clear Q&A patterns, clear question and answers. It looks for conversational tone. It looks, it wants to mirror how people actually speak, and it seeks out structured content as well. So making sure that it's formatted not just as a bunch of big long text bubble, but that it's formatted with schema markup. And it's clearly separated questions and answers. So important things. So someone just mentioned they have one, but it's a bit outdated. Here is your friendly nudge to update them. So we want to make sure that these are updated on a regular basis. Also important, we should incorporate frequently asked questions on multiple pages. So thinking about having one maybe on your About Us page, the services you provide, pricing, your fee structure, your meeting process. These are all some ideas of where you can incorporate some of these FAQs. Even great to get granular on specific topics, right? So frequently asked questions on Social Security, how we work with white coat professionals, how we work with CPAs, CFAs, whatever it might be. And we want to optimize FAQs for answer length. So seek 2 to 5 sentences is really great. And this helps improve our search engine optimization and our answer engine optimization. And when applicable, let's add a link to the FAQ answers. So thinking about linking to an ebook that you can find in the content library, thinking about linking to a calculator that lives in the content library, or maybe a blog you've written or co-written, maybe with someone else, maybe with a COI. And so we also, a really great thing to think about if you're like, I don't even know where to start. One, we can always ask our friend ChatGPT or whichever form of AI you like to utilize. We can also just think about what are those questions we get over and over. Where do I log into my client portal? What can I expect in a first meeting? Thinking about do you offer virtual meetings, right? It's very simple questions. So again, we want to provide really great resources for our clients and our prospects. And some of you mentioned that a priority for you is referrals, right? When you get referred, people go to your website and they want to find that prominent information. So just a quick example, right? We need to skip the financial jargon. We as financial professionals are very intelligent. We've spent a lot of time on our craft. However, we need to think about what the average Joe is going to Google. What are they going to ask a search engine? So instead, we talk about our compensation, our methodology. No, skip that. How do we get paid, right? Just make it simple. And so I wanted to share with you some examples. So bear with me this is a lot of text, and it's kind of small to see, but we will be sending this out. But I love this from VentureStone Wealth Management. I picked this out because in their FAQs, they are targeting their audience. So they work with high net worth women, and they target their specific geographical area as well. So who is the best fiduciary financial advisor in Scottsdale, Arizona for aviation or medicine? So this is really great because within their FAQ, they are getting very particular with their keywords. And those are maybe who their audience is, the services they provide, or maybe their geographic location. So I love this example. And this is another one. So I want to note that all 3 of these examples I'm showing, they are using our schema markup. So this is available for our premium websites. And it is basically a widget you add into your website, and it creates that the location and everything that they like, that AEO likes to see as far as the formatting goes. So I liked how pretty this one was. So if you click on each one of these, it drops down to more information. So I like the colors of this one. And as well, Hold on. There we go. And then this is another example. This example caught my attention because it has not only a video on here, it has services offered, but also it has all of these FAQs. So how great it is to see a name with the face, be able to watch a video, get a lot of these questions answered, and a clear call to action. This one also, I don't know if I can share this right here, but you can see that it has some credibility added right here to it. So it says one of the best financial advisory firms from USA Today. So again, adding that credibility there. So just a really great example of how you guys can showcase all the great things you're doing. So let's go back to the presentation. And another way to showcase your credibility, to highlight the services you provide, to make sure you are showing up in answer engine optimization places, we have hub pages. So if you're not utilizing some of these hub pages, we have 8 engaging landing pages that you can plug and play. So if you have a premium website with us, you already have these. You simply just need to add them to your navigation and turn them on. But these are pages that dive in and look at these specific topics. So life insurance, capital gains, inflation, retirement savings, college savings, net worth, cash flow, Social Security, and estate strategy. So if in the chat, if anyone wants to add that they've added some of these, would love to see this, but you can turn them all on or you can turn just some of them on. And we can look at some of these. So this is an example of someone, this is Financial Partners LV, and they have employed the inflation HubSpot page, and so let's just take a look at this. I love these because they have built out content ready to go, but also it has detailed information. So a clear overview of the topic and interactive component as well. So this one has a built-in calculator already there. We also have options and other articles related to this specific topic, as well as my very favorite at the bottom, the call to action. So that call to action is always important. So this is a great example of one. We also have one, this one is on Social Security. So if you have a premium website, you can go under website, under pages and simply turn these on under your navigation. And we've already done it. My amazing team is sharing the how to utilize these hub pages in the chat. So go ahead and take that as a to-do, add these, turn them on. Another great way for you to build out comprehensive educational quality content on your website. And then this is just another example that I really liked because we can add a pop-up to these as well. So again, if we have someone that maybe found us on an answer engine optimization platform, they come to our website to visit one of these hub pages, you can then you can add a pop-up that will then encourage them to provide their first name, last name, and email. So now we are gathering these leads. So there's just some examples of some of the pop-ups that are available. And let's just go back to my slideshow. And so, of course, there's one that's very like one of our most popular, that's join our mailing list. We also have our retirement happy ebook, right? That one might be really great to go with your Social Security hub page. Common tax filing errors, investment quizzes. But if you guys go to our on websites under pop-ups, you will be able to see all the different ones. And also, one of the great things we can talk about because the ruling has changed, and of course, I'm going to say this again, but check with compliance. Testimonials are very important when it comes to your AI search visibility. And so firms without them are disappearing from results. And I would love to spend so much time on this topic. And as I was gathering this and all of the good things we want to talk about testimonials, we realized this is one we're going to dive deeper in the new year. So keep an eye out for our next or one of our next Did You Knows, not our next one, but in the future, in the next year, we're going to be talking about testimonials in depth. But if you don't want to wait until then, you can join our workshop that we have. Our amazing thought leaders, Susan Theater and Samantha Russell, are doing a workshop this week. So keep your eyes open. If you want to sign up for this, I would strongly encourage you to do so. So we're going to go over an automated collection system, advisor examples, and we will also be sharing with you guys a FMG testimonial guide after this as well. So again, take into consideration where your compliance falls on these rulings. But if you are able to use this, I think this would be a really great webinar for you all to join. And so we talked about what we can do to add to our website. Now let's talk about the personalization. So how can we start to personalize our communications and our messaging? And 72% of consumers say they now only engage with marketing messages tailored to their interests. So thinking about that, that's really powerful. So how do we tailor our messaging to our specific audience? So we want to personalize like a pro, and we can do so with our new Muse AI built in. And this is available for premium marketing, and it's not available to all broker dealers. So just heads up. But let's talk about personalization and content, because those are the next key pieces, how we can start to make our strategies amazing and to fuel our growth into the new year. So we have Muse for social. So you can now utilize AI to build out your social posts. You can add emojis. So thinking about those year-end topics that are so important, we can now create these social posts utilizing Muse. And don't forget, we also can incorporate our Canva in there. We also have Muse for email. So again, hey, I want to write an email about market volatility for business owners. Can you help me do that? Yes, we can. And we are also, I just wanted to share again, all of this content, all of these links, all the helpful links we will be sharing afterwards. And this is, you guys, what I'm going to dive into in my demo, specifically Muse for blogs. So how can we create these blogs that help for our answer engine optimization, that help answer questions for our clients and prospects, and help build our credibility? We are going to do just that in our demo today, but we can utilize Muse to write a blog, give it our specific prompt, how long do we want it, and it will spit it out. So that's what we're going to cover in depth in our demo today. And this is something, so we've gotten some questions on, hey, how do I use this? How do I create a prompt? So I just wanted to throw up here an example of a sample Muse prompt. So this one is for specifically just a light holiday greeting. And so how do we do that? We can write a brief and warm email to wish them a happy holiday season and express appreciation for their trust this year. So if you guys want to take a screenshot of this, go ahead. And then who's your audience, right? You can write this for prospects. You can write it for your current clients. You can write it for your COIs. You could write 3 different versions if you'd like. And then include, be sure to include your office hours for the holidays. You can remind them about year-end planning. We want to, wish them a wonderful and warm holiday season. And thinking about sending personalized messages this time of year is key, because everyone is spending time with friends and family, and they are having conversations. And a lot of times, a lot of conversations can be fueled by your red carpet world-class experience you provide for them. And of course, something to to make sure we don't forget within these prompts is adding a clear call to action. What do you want them to do? Do you want to set up a meeting? Do you want them to download an ebook? Do you want them to listen to your new podcast, right? So what is it your clear call to action is? We want to make sure that is relevant in there. And so as we think about creating personalized messages with Muse AI, we also want to make sure that our website is calling out who our audience is. So does your website attract the right person? I love this example. So this one is Peace Joint Investment Management LLC, and they have it within 5 seconds. I know exactly who this website is for, whether it's for me or not. So within your website or within even your emails, do they pass the 5-second test? Who is this for, and what can they do for me are the questions we want to answer. And so this is a great example. We also have another one. I love this one by Essential Wealth Planning, helping teachers and nurses plan for financial independence. So the who and the what is being relayed here, as well as clear call to action. So we have within our essential packages, we have some niche templates. So if you're looking to spruce up that and you don't need a premium website, you can do that. But also our premium website build process will help walk you through this process to build out that really personalized niche specific website. And so let's continue down the road of the content and the personalization on content. And so we at FMG, like I said, I've been a financial advisor myself. My team and I, we have worked in the industry before we came on the marketing side. So we know how important it is for you to be able to find content really easily in the content library. I know sometimes you feel like you get lost because there's just so much. And so we made a new collection for you all, and it's called the year-end topics. So we gathered all the content we feel as though is pertinent for you all and meaning for you all to share. And you can easily find it in a new collection within the content library. We also gathered customer favorites. So we looked at all of the content that was performing the best, and we looked at analytics of what people are opening and what people are sharing. And so that customer favorites collection now is all of those top performing and favorite pieces that we know are performing very well, as well as we have revamped the holiday and life milestone collection. So making sure that those holidays that are specific to this specific time of year are popping up first. So a small but major improvement to the content library highlighting these. And if you guys haven't seen, if you missed our last month's, did you know we also added one for new clients as well. So just thinking about your process, making it easy for you guys to find all this great content we're creating and allowing you to come in and find it and then personalize it as well. So that's what we're gonna take a look at in our demo. And of course, the new within that year end, I keep wanting to say new year end. Within that year end timely content, you can discover, those top performing pieces. So something like our 2025 tax planning guide, year end charitable gifting, those updated tax rates and reductions, right? All of those important things that are great to share out. Okay, so if we're going to take away 3 things moving into the new year, this is what we want to talk about. Getting reviews. So getting the more real people are talking about you, the better. So we want to publish those, assuming it's compliant, of course. And doing that on our website, we want to build our reputation. So publishing different types of content on different platforms. So not just our website, but on social. Maybe it's on a podcast. Maybe it's on other websites for your niche. Maybe you're contributing to a dental blog, or maybe you're contributing to a forum for business owners, right? Whatever it might be, and formatting that content for AI. So that question and answer markup and making sure that it's easily, that anyone is easily able to read it. So let's get into the demo because I want to show you guys where that, um, do, 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 where the new collections are. So we can all see my screen, right? Okay. We are now looking at the content library. So as we scroll down, you will see that we have added the customer favorites in here. Yeah, I got some thumbs up. Thank you. Love it. I'll give a little heart. That makes me happy. So you can see here we've compiled all of those top performing pieces for you to come in and check out. So come in and check out some of our customer favorites. One of the top performing pieces we saw was that Big Beautiful Act white paper that's available. And as we come back to the content library and I'm scrolling back down, we of course have those holiday and life milestones that have been updated to make it really easy for you to find. But also we have, as I scroll, new year-end topics. So coming in here, these can help you dictate what you might want to discuss in some of your year-end meetings, your messaging for the new year. And so some of these are, discussing finances over the holidays. Are you prepared for tax season? The holidays, people are getting ready to see their beneficiaries. They're getting ready to see their children. They're getting ready to see their friends and family. So arming them with educational content is really great as well. And, one of my favorites right here, understanding qualified charitable distributions. So let's take that theme. Let's say, I want to talk about charitable contributions for the end of the year, and I want to write a blog about this. So let's take that idea and let's come over here to a blog. So let's say I want to highlight a blog and I want to come to create a blog post. And let's come over here. So I've come over to under websites, under blogs, and I want to write with AI, right? I'm going to work smarter and not harder. And I want to create a blog post to highlight the end of the year charitable giving. My audience is going to be business owners. I can add any details I would like. So let's I typed this out before so I wouldn't mess it up and you wouldn't have to see all of my typos as I was writing this out. And so you can see that we have our audience. So who is this for? I'm going to type in business owners, but you can add who your niche is. We can talk about our tone. So what do you want your tone to be? It can be the custodian, it can be educational, it can be friendly, warm. So you can dictate what you would like your tone to be. And I like to add, what is your call to action? So adding that specificity within this prompt. So it automatically spits it out for you. And something else I like to add within my prompts, whether, especially for social media and for blogs, I like to add what are the keywords I would like to optimize for. So for me, for example, it might be financial advisor, my geographic location, so Fort Worth, Texas, my target audience. So for this example, I'm just going to put business owners, and then maybe the subject, right? So charitable giving. Can you guys see that? It's kind of small. So and how long do we want this, whether it's short, medium, or long? I'm just going to put medium here, and then I'm going to hit generate. So as I hit generate, it's going to do its thinking. It's going to do all of the magic. And for here, and so if those of you that might not have it, this would be a premium upgrade. So if you have an essential website, that might be why it might not be popping up. But of course, reach out to us if you guys have any questions regarding what's available to you in your package. We're our team standing by to help you right now, but also you can reach out to us afterwards. So here we can see that it spit out one. And I love this because the title automatically is pulling in some of those keywords I told it to optimize for. So charitable giving, business owners, right? And then here's the body of it. This is the body of the content. and you can see why it matters, understanding the tax benefits. So it's creating these great questions, types of charitable contributions, and something, you know what I might add, because we're thinking about that Q&A schema markup and making sure we have Q&A incorporated in here. I'm going to add into the prompt, I'm going to add common charitable questions. Charitable giving questions, right? So let's just add that. So it's automatically adding in here. And of course, we encourage you to come in. Don't take this for face value. Add your own to it. But the more you utilize it, the more it will learn from your tone, your jargon, your brand. And here we go. And as it's spinning up this, what we can do is, so it's thinking, give it a second. And of course, it's a little bit longer, but here we go. And then we can come in and let's just hit use as draft. So it'll automatically copy and paste it over here. And if anyone has any specific questions, maybe about what package you have, or maybe you're having trouble with an integration, feel free to use our Q&A section and we can get you the help you need, anything that's really specific to you. All right, so here it is. We have added that blog. So thinking about types of charitable contributions, you can see that it's added our common questions right here. And of course, there's that call to action where you can maybe link your schedule a meeting button, or you can link how to download your ebook. And another way to optimize these blogs, so we're capturing traffic, especially if it's new traffic, we can add a pop-up. So up here in the left-hand corner, there is a button that says add a pop-up. And of course, you know, someone caught that as 2023 comes to a close, right? We can making sure that we're optimizing. So maybe put in the exact year. You can make sure to read this for all of this. But yes, that call to action as 2023 comes to a close. So yeah, optimize. Maybe put in a keyword in there, 2026. So again, you guys will learn how to get really good with your prompts. But let's take a look at some of those pop-ups. So here they are. Hey, join our mailing list, join our download our retirement ebook, take our investment quiz, right? So you can establish which lead generation pop-up will supplement your blog or your hub page in a nice way. So there it is. So that is how we can go to our content library, find our year-end content, and then more specifically, how we can continue to personalize that year-end content. So taking something that might live in the content library, but personalizing it for what is available and what is best for your audience, because you know your audience best, and you know what types of content they like, you know what their interests are. So we really want to play into that. And so I mentioned to you all that we had a really special gift. And so if you have been thinking about maybe one of these upgrades, maybe it's Do It For Me, maybe it's just adding on Muse to help you create compliant and on-brand content. Maybe it's just adding on automations, right? So you can set it and forget it. So you can keep those emails going while you get to relax over the holidays. Or maybe it's just adding that premium content to help you show up for your visitors, or maybe just someone to do it for you. We have created this premium upgrade. So you would receive, if you upgrade by December 31st, you will get a month free, which is pretty darn cool. But if you're already upgraded, you're amazing. Good job. Actually, Aubrey, if you're already upgraded, we'll send you a hat. So message us on the site and we'll get your information. We'll send you a hat. So what we will do is we will launch a poll. So if anyone is interested, or if you just want to hear about where you are, what package you have, what you need, feel free to sign up, and we can answer any questions. We can talk about, what's best for you. I'm the worst. I don't think everyone needs a premium website, but what's best for you and your practice. All right. And I'll leave that up. And as we go through, I'm going to go through our recommended content so you guys can see some of those great content pieces. We're getting close to that 45-minute mark. So if you need to jump off, I totally get it. You won't hurt my feelings, but I'm going to go through some of our new product updates and as well as go through that 10-minute marketing calendar that you always get it here first. So this is one of my favorite things. We get to share this with you first before everyone else. And so a 10-minute marketing calendar that will be sent to you. We will also share that in the chat right here. So you can see what we encourage you to share for this month upcoming in December. So that emails, those automations, how to turn that on, as well as thinking about Christmas and the holidays, Hanukkah, New Year's Eve, Kwanzaa, greeting cards, my favorite surprise and delight feature that is available to everyone. So maybe thinking about it's time to do those. And we have new automation content that's available for premium marketing. So there is a new financial know-how automation, and it is premium, oh, sorry, College Corner. So this automation supports parents, grandparents, students building a college fund strategy. So this newsletter is targeted for them. So if you have the specific target audience in mind, this would be a really great one to turn on. And our content giveaway. So everyone today is going to get our year-end content guide. So a really handy guide for the holidays, really great topics. So that guide is coming to you as well as this testimonial guide. So making sure that as we go through, you will get these. So those will be sent to everyone. So again, how can we make this as easy as possible for you guys to be successful? Hopefully you will find this really valuable. And of course, product updates, yay. The marketing calendar is now live. If you've seen this already, you might have poked around already, but we have a new calendar view for that marketing calendar that lives in the content library. So all Marketing Suite users get this brand new calendar, and you'll receive these updates, but it's easier to manage. It's easier to see everything. I'm a visual person, and so this is really appetizing to me, and it's just much easier to interact with your content that you have teed up. And if you're looking to elevate your marketing, right, I have this poll going up. Or if you just want to figure out, hey, maybe what package are you on, and look at the tools available. We're always happy to hear from you. If you just need someone to do it for you, of course, we have our Do It For Me program, which we have seen amazing results. So that specific marketing concierge that will help execute on your on what you're doing, your marketing plan and your marketing strategy. So I say that all to say, come back, come visit me next month, you guys. I love spending this time with you. We want to make this as valuable as possible. And so next month, we have some really fun things planned for you, and we will continue to share our Did You Knows in the new year. So thank you. Let us know how we can continue to create value for you all. We want to give you guides. We want to give you resources to make you guys just like the best, obviously, financial professionals, but really good marketers as we go. So thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next time. And of course, if you don't know, we have that FMG mobile app. So feel free to jump off, but if you haven't downloaded our mobile app, go ahead and do so. But thank you guys so much. We will stick around to see if there's any questions coming through. Any last minute things you guys might want me to dive into in the content library? Okay, I'm not seeing anything. All right, everyone. Happy holidays. We'll see you in December. And feel free to add me on LinkedIn. I want to see all the amazing marketing you guys are doing. Oh, marketing calendar. Okay, let's take a look at that real quick. Yay, that makes me excited. Let's take a look. So we come in here to marketing schedule. So here, sorry, I went to that really quick. So if you're looking for that brand new marketing calendar, I'm at the content library. I'm at on the dashboard up this top menu. You have your marketing schedule. That's where you can find the new marketing calendar. So it's right there. And what's great is you can come in and if you see like, okay, Thursday, I don't have anything planned yet. I simply hit add content and it's going to take me right to the content library. I should have showed this off. And so where you can share content. So here it is. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Okay, we'll see you.